On this episode of CityView, stars that kept the year on track, a look back at a presidential stop. Moving forward, how the city helped ring in 2014. Hi, I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Welcome to 2014. On this episode of CityView, we'll be taking a look back at 2013 and some of the standout events that we covered on this show. And probably the biggest story this past year happened on October 31st, when regretfully, Austin experienced some of its most severe flooding in decades. The weather event left severe losses to Austin residents, and as soon as the storm started to slowly move out of the Austin area, City of Austin departments were out in full force helping the recovery. Code compliance was on the ground assessing the damage of the historic Onion Creek flooding.
Priority today is to identify, secure, and vacate all dangerous properties. Second priority is to placard substandard, and then also to start assessing the 1,100 or so properties that we have through FEMA.
Everybody's waiting on our department right now to do an assessment of a lot of this, to make a decision on whether they can start letting people back in here.
Hey, what happened there?
One in the garage and one in the side property.
As long as I knew me and my dad were okay, including the people next door, you know, that's all that mattered. And all of this other stuff could be replaced.
Electrical went under, but I mean, our house is still intact.
I didn't want to put a red placard on here because she's able to go in her house. That's not part of the house. It's just leaning over there, that structure.
We're not looking at the water right now, but we're looking at the walls.
It goes all the way through right there?
I see that. Yes, ma'am.
And in the bedroom, it's going through like that too.
Everybody in here? This one's just waterlogged. It's not substandard. I mean, there's not a lot of damage. I'm with the City of Austin Code Compliance. We're just if you don't mind, we're just checking the condition of your house for you.
Go ahead.
It's not dangerous, but see what happened here. Okay, this is considered substandard, so we're going to mark it. I'm going to put it on your front door for you. Code Compliance. So we're the ones that are checking the buildings, make sure they're safe for people.
We didn't make it out. We were out here in the garage up on the the ladder to go into the attic if it got any higher.
He was scared. When he first called me, he was sitting in the bed and the water was this high, and about 30 minutes later it was up this high. You can see the
we were here earlier and we identified it was marked dangerous. So of course you guys aren't going back in, of course your son's not going in, right?
Well, we're just getting some clothes.
What we need to do with this is we're not allowed for y'all to come back in there because it's a dangerous situation. The building could collapse on you.
He almost didn't get out himself. Finally, he opened the garage and the water came in, and that's when the water shoved that wall out, and that's how he got out.
Yes,
man,
sir.
I appreciate y'all's help.
Yeah, bud. Nice pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry I had to get you under these situations.
Well, it could be a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
Now, another big moment from 2013 was a visit from our Commander-in-Chief to talk about our city's innovation-based economy. Let's take a innovating look.
This is the first stop that I'm making on a tour of the Austin area today. And I chose Austin partly because I just love Austin. But also because there's some terrific things going on in this area. We know what's possible when Americans, whether they're Republicans or Democrats or independents, are working together. And when parents and teachers and business owners and local leaders come together. And that's what we're seeing here in Austin. We're seeing people working together, not because of politics, not because of some selfish reason, but because folks here understand that when we're all working together, everybody does better. Everybody succeeds.
Another commander who visited Austin last year was Captain James T. Kirk, who beamed into Austin for the 4th annual Comicon, where Mayor Lee Leffingwell was on hand to declare William Shatner Day during the opening of the conference.
We are at Wizard World Austin, also known as Austin Comicon. I am loving every second of it. I've gotten to see several of the celebrities who are really pleasant and really nice.
Austin is a great city, and people living in Austin should realize that and be very grateful to the fact that they live in a city that's wonderful.
And just walking around and talking to people, it's been an amazing experience. I am actually one of the steampunk characters from the steam engine Intrepid. My name is Aria Cross. It's based off of a steampunk character, and I just love costuming. The bigger, the better, the more outrageous, the more fun I have. I'm a costumer, and this is literally, these are my people. So I love to hang around them and just have a fantastic time.
We are an artist alley with independent writers, creators, artists selling their wares. The first series that we've made, it's a superhero story without all the teenage angst, I guess, involved. Everything from making his super suit to kind of fumbling through taglines to try to find one that doesn't make him sound ridiculous. Austin has been a really good audience for us. We're local, we live here, and so we wanted to share it with people in the community where we're at. They've been really good, and it's well received here. Biggest tip is just to kind of follow your dreams and do it. If you have an idea, you can turn it into something. You just have to find communities of people either in person or online who are like-minded and want to help you do it and want your help. Some artists need writers and writers need artists, and things go from there.
And now we leave you with the sights and sounds of the City of Austin's 2014 New Year's celebration. Our next episode premieres January 24th. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Thanks for watching.